moderate Republicans that the MAGA people hate. I think the progressive socialists, a lot of them hate John Fetterman. Hate. Yeah, I saw their posts yesterday. Oh, I saw them. Don't kid yourself. 866-391-1020. Pat Septak's coming up with news.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
For all station contest rules, go to kdkaradio.com/rules.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get everything you need for the entire job delivered. From lumber to drywall, flooring, and fixtures, get it all delivered from the Home Depot. With same day, next day, or any day delivery, staying on track and on time is crucial to your job. That's why it's our job to get you what you need when you need it. We deliver the supplies. You deliver the results. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 55 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 7:30. I'm Pat Septak. Allegheny County is one step closer to requiring paid parental leave for workers. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
The Allegheny County Health Department Board of Health unanimously voted to move forward on a proposal that would require employers to provide up to 18 weeks of paid parental leave. Supporters say the policy could improve maternal and infant health while easing financial stress for families. Jada Sherrill with A Healthy Start says the change would especially help Black mothers and babies across the county.
Research consistently shows that access to paid parental leave improves maternal mental health, which is the #1 cause of maternal mortality in our state, supports infant bonding development, increases breastfeeding rates, reduces infant mortality, and gives families the time they need to recover and stabilize, as has already been stated.
The amendment now heads into a 30-day public comment period before returning to the board in July. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Penn Brewery is up for sheriff's sale on June 1st. Owners of the brewery, located at 800 Vineal Street in Pittsburgh's Deutschtown neighborhood, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last month, but they say it will not close. Gasoline prices in the Pittsburgh area continuing their descent. AAA reporting the average price in the Pittsburgh area today is $4.89.8 a gallon. That's down from $4.90.7 yesterday. That's now lower than last week's average price by about half a penny. Little Joe is headed to Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium set to trade gorillas with Boston's Franklin Park Zoo. Frankie, the 7-year-old Pittsburgh gorilla, is heading to Boston, And in exchange, Boston will send 33-year-old Little Joe, the Silverback, back to Pittsburgh. Once Little Joe is acquainted with his new gorilla family, Pittsburgh Zoo visitors will be able to see him in the Tropical Forest Complex. In sports, the Pirates defeated the Colorado Rockies today with a final score of 7-2. That means they take the series 2 games out of 3, and now the Philadelphia Phillies come to town for a 3-game series beginning tomorrow night, 6:40 first pitch. KDKA Radio News Time is 7:32. Our next update at 8 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice, the village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the village perfect too. Up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Under a partly cloudy sky tonight, we'll get down to 41 for an overnight low. Now, tomorrow we'll have intervals of clouds and sunshine. Tomorrow's high around 66. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow night, down to 48 for an overnight low. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Ryan Shalaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. More than 1,000 local homeowners have trusted us to sell their home the simple way. No hassles or fees, just a fair and easy sale. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for a cash offer today. That's 412-500-9057.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us tomorrow on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. The weekend is here. The Steelers' schedule is out. How do you get to France if you want to go? We'll tell you.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. I'm not picking on John Fetterman. I'm not. I'm just saying, and I'm okay with John Fetterman. You know I'm not okay with extremists on both sides. You know that already. And there are quite a few, believe me. Not all, but a lot. And I think, there was a time when the progressive socialists, a lot of whom are extremists to me, they are, that and a lot of people say, the party needs to come together. Yeah, it does need to come together. But it's very difficult with their arrogance. It just is. They're destroying the vibe. They'll do whatever they can. If their candidate doesn't win the primary, I think they'd rather have a Republican win in the general. I do. They did the same thing with Donald Trump. I know I sound like a broken record. They wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton because she beat Bernie Sanders. That's how Trump was invented. Thank you. Not thank you that he was invented, but thank you for my opinion. But trust me, it's true. But anyway, how they've turned on John Fetterman. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yes, indeed. I mean, the War Powers Act, it's not going to go anywhere in the House or anything, but it's a symbolic thing that Lisa Murkowski turned today on this deal and voted against the war for the first time. She joined Susan Collins, Susan Collins could lose in Maine, and Rand Paul of Kentucky. But it still wasn't passed because it was still rejected, getting control of Trump's war because of John Fetterman. I just find that to be fascinating. I really, really do. Absolutely, positively fascinating. Don't you? I sure do. Believe me, I do. All right, I wanted to move into the inflation report this week, which I thought was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. So, and I know a lot of this is going to depend on oil. I do. I think a lot of it will. But that report earlier in the week was a blockbuster. Grocery prices in the United States soared faster in April than any month in nearly 4 years, driving up the cost of everything from frankfurters to tomatoes to cupcakes. Yeah. For those of you who've been to the grocery store lately, to me, it's unbelievable. Sometimes I like rice-a-roni. I hate to name a product on the air, but I like when I have on Sundays a pork chop, or a steak or something. And sometimes if I don't like a baked potato, and I love the baked potato, and I love potatoes with dinner because I'm Irish, I can't stop it. I like that rice-a-roni. It's easy. I'm a single guy. I just bing, bang, boom. And it would be, if I'm lying, it's by mistake. I don't think I am. I could have sworn a couple years ago Rice-A-Roni was 99 cents a box. And now it's $2.89. I couldn't believe it when I bought it. What was that, Sunday after church? $2.89. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, so, and you know, the jump in food prices, it's stemming in part from the historic oil shock set off by the Iran war, no doubt about that, which increased diesel costs. Analysts, you know, say that, and diesel's the lifeblood of the food supply chain, fueling trucks and ships and all that stuff. So higher fuel costs for suppliers mean price hikes in grocery aisles as the increased costs are passed down to the supply chain. Yeah. So weather-related shortages as well, that, you know, all these things. So, and the analysts, you know, the economists say, whenever there's disruption in energy markets, it works its way into food prices eventually. Yeah. And energy was disrupted under Biden when Russia invaded Ukraine as well. Anyway, prices for fresh fruits and vegetables soared 2.3% in April from March. In a month! Over the past year, fresh produce prices have jumped 6.5%. More than double the rise in overall food prices. And what about dairy? A rise in dairy prices also spotlights the impact on perishable goods. Dairy products surged 0.8% in April, after having declined 0.6% in each of the 2 previous months. What does that tell you? Yeah. Tomato prices have soared an eye-popping 39% over the past year. Can you believe it? Wow. Analysts say the rise in tomato prices is owed in part to energy costs, but it also traces back to tariffs and crop shortages. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look, there are a lot of different reasons. I get it. A lot of different reasons. And it doesn't matter. What did Trump say this week? He doesn't think about when they asked him about inflation and the report and how what this means to an American family. He said he doesn't think about it. He did the party line again that it's worth the sacrifice pretty much because it keeps Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. Iran wasn't getting a nuclear weapon under the Obama deal. Trump took us out of that, and then they started with their uranium again. Yeah. So we have to stay in this until that is satisfied. Is that right? We have to stay in this until they're satisfied that Iran doesn't have enriched uranium. So how long is that going to take? That's got to take years, right? I guess they're going to walk all over the country. The inspections by the physicists, again, I'm saying it again, under the Obama plan, that deal, and it was verified by the physicists all around the world, is that they didn't have it. And the inspections went on beautifully. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? All right, when I come back, I'm going to do individual prices and categories because I think that's really, really, really interesting. I really do. All right, Michael Bartley, KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
Bring your home back to life with Zero Res, a fresher clean that you can actually feel. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139 and whole home air duct cleaning starting at just $5.99. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and tell them KDKA sent you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-777-1979, 800-777-1979, or biglou.com.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA. All right, here we go. So, what's the one thing that I went crazy over last year? Coffee. The price of coffee. But I'll tell you one thing. I have to give it to Starbucks. Unless I'm nuts, I don't think they've raised their prices. But at the grocery store, it is still insane, the price of coffee. It is. And here's the reality. Coffee prices increased by nearly 20% compared to a year ago. Again, another 20%. It's unbelievable. And I don't know how, and I guess this is why I think the average, if you own a restaurant, a diner, a breakfast place, have you raised your prices? Have you gone to a restaurant, a diner, and had coffee? If I go out to breakfast, I want a cup of coffee. And are you noticing, if you're going there to eat, that the coffee is way more expensive? Because I don't know how restaurants are doing it, buying these things to feed us in a restaurant without raising their prices like crazy. And they are, but I and I haven't noticed anything drastic, but they are. They have to be. They have to be. Going to a grocery store, I couldn't believe I paid $2.89 for a box of rice-a-roni. I can't believe it, honestly. And I just got a text from one of my most faithful listeners who said groceries are ridiculous. Albacore tuna that she likes went from $1.99 to $2.99 in a month. She said, and this is funny. She said, okay, this is so funny, but this is the truth. I stood there staring at it for 5 minutes. I couldn't believe it, she said. Well, I stand there staring at the coffee. I do. I stand there staring at the coffee thinking, I'm not buying it. I have to buy it. I'm not buying it. I have to buy it. I'm not paying $17 for a can of coffee. I have to buy it. And I have to buy it because I'm addicted to caffeine, I guess. I'm addicted to coffee. And if I don't have coffee in the morning, I get a headache. Did you ever not have coffee because you ran out of coffee and then you didn't have it? Not only do I get a headache, I'm the crabbiest, rottenest human being on the face of the earth. Is that true for you? Is it? Is that true for you? Wow. I'm telling you, I have to have the coffee. Okay, beef. Imagine you have a restaurant. I don't care what kind of restaurant. Okay. Uncooked beef roasts have risen 17.8%. 17.8%. Steaks by 16%. Ground beef by 14.5%. Yeah. Okay, so again, and I went to, after church on Sunday, one of my bar food over in Oakland, and I think I paid a lot more for my cheeseburger. It's excellent, but I think I paid a lot more for it, and I noticed the difference. I did. And I don't know how restaurants are customers at restaurants. This is going to have to come to a head here. I don't know what is going to happen here. Honestly, I don't. And look, people who own restaurants, waiters and waitresses who work there, They work their tails off. But yet, and they have to pass this on to us. And then people don't go anymore. This ain't good. This inflation is, and I know some on the right, the radical right wingers, think because Trump says it's a Democratic hoax that it's a Democratic hoax. I know you believe that, but I see it when we see it when we're at the supermarkets. I don't know how you're doing it. 866-391-1020. I don't know how you're doing it. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about produce when I get back. News coming up.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Ready to start thinking like Wall Street without leaving Main Street? Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 for a slice of advice with Kelton Burgess. Right here on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
If you're in the Pittsburgh area and caring for a loved one with Medicaid, get paid starting today. Freedom Care has already helped over 162,000 families get the care they deserve, with 97% satisfaction and more than 8,000 five-star reviews. If you have Medicaid, you need to hear this. You may qualify to choose a caregiver you already trust, a family member or friend, and they can start getting paid. No agencies, no strangers, just someone you know, helping with meals, medication, bathing, mobility, and more. This service isn't for later, it's for right now. It's 100% free to you through Medicaid, and caregivers get paid right away after their shift. Find out if you qualify today. Call 412-801-7213. That's 412-801-7213. Don't wait. Call 412-801-7213 now. Again, 412-801-7213. Freedom Care. Get paid to care starting now.
Freedom Care. We're here for you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're struggling to hear conversations, TV, or the people you love, now there's an easier, more affordable solution without spending thousands. Audion Hearing makes high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98 with free shipping and dedicated one-on-one support in the comfort of your own home. No doctor's offices, no pressure. Clearer hearing delivered right to your door. Join over 1 million happy customers hearing life more clearly. Visit audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 54 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 8 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. A big ruling about women's abortion pill access from the Supreme Court. CBS News correspondent Allison Keyes explains.
The High Court's justices granted an emergency appeal from the makers of the drug used in abortions who are fighting a federal appeals court ruling that would require women to see a doctor in person. It would have blocked delivery of the drug through the mail. The FDA stopped requiring doctor visits 5 years ago.
Appeals in an ongoing Louisiana lawsuit are expected to continue into next year. A jury finds a Westmoreland County woman guilty of third-degree murder in the death of her adopted son. Lauren Malaberti was also found guilty of aggravated assault, child endangerment, and conspiracy. Landon Malaberti died in January of 2023. Prosecutors claim that Lauren Malaberti and her husband Jacob emotionally and physically tortured the 5-year-old boy. Lauren Malaberti testified in her own defense, accusing her husband of being the controlling and abusive parent. She now faces up to 80 years in prison. Jacob Maliberti is set to stand trial separately. The Pittsburgh Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Oakland confirmed today that 2 patients have tested positive for the bacteria Legionella. Stephen Jensen, a spokesman for the VA Pittsburgh healthcare system, released a statement to KDKA Radio saying that the facility has taken several additional steps out of an abundance of caution to include treating, flushing, and testing the water lines to ensure the system was safe for use. He says the facility continues to operate normally and patient care was not interrupted. Allegheny General Hospital is getting a facelift. The North Shore Hospital's 90-year-old 22-story South Tower, which could be seen on the Pit, is slated to begin a 4-year, $36 million renovation in June. It will include an overhaul of the facade's masonry, replacement of more than 800 windows, and the repair and replacement of 60,000 square feet of roof. AHN leaders say the focus of the project will be to extend the life of the building and to maintain its original architectural beauty. City Council this week gave preliminary approval to accept a $25,000 grant to conduct a City of Pittsburgh LGBTQ plus context study. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has that story.
The grant money comes from the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission. The request came about after guidance received after the failed proposed historic designation nomination of Donnie's Place in Troy Hill. Kevin Kunak of the City Planning Department says typically prior to such a nomination, architectural and other context surveys would be done.
That would begin to identify stories, places, and people that then would support a historic nomination.
So this would then give proponents of the Donnie's Place or other potential nominations the backstory they would need to support their designation. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
KDKA Sports. Today's final score at PNC Park was 7-2 as the Pirates take the series over the Colorado Rockies. Now the Phillies come to town for a 3-game series. 6:40 first pitch tomorrow night. KDKA Radio News Time is coming up on 8:04. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Did you know that Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory has their own factory, fabric warehouse, and showroom right here in Pittsburgh? Lachina doesn't just sell their beautiful custom products, they make them. From exquisite fabrics to custom draperies to blinds, shades, shutters, and upholstery, you get Lachina's expertise from start to finish. Visit Lachina's showrooms in Dormont and Wexford. Call 412-665-4900 to book a free Lachina shop at home visit or book online at lachinadrapery.com.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Calling all dog lovers and craft beer fans. Get ready for the 4th annual Barks and Brews on Saturday, May 16th from 4 to 7 p.m. Join the Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh at their Eastside location for an amazing afternoon of local craft brews, food trucks, and live entertainment. Bring your furry best friend along for a positively good time, all while supporting animals in need. This is a 21 and over event. Grab your tickets today at humaneanimalrescue.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Patchy clouds for tonight, low 41. Intervals of clouds and sun at a high of 66 tomorrow. Then warmer Saturday with clouds and breaks of sun. There could be an afternoon thunderstorm with a high Saturday of 78. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDK. Hope you're having a great Thursday evening. So, have you noticed in restaurants and diners? I eat my breakfast in diners. I do. I love it. I like to go out to. I love going out to eat. I probably go out to eat every Saturday night and one weekday night. And, you know, people always say you're spoiled because you're single and, you know, you don't have to put kids through whatever. But that's what I like to do. I don't know. And I think I've noticed the prices on the menu going up. Not like the supermarket. Like my friend said, she stared at the tuna that tripled in price and just stared at it for 5 minutes. I've stared at the coffee for 5 minutes. I just can't believe it. I mean, the supermarket, I don't care what supermarket. You know, some people, oh, this one's more expensive, maybe. But listen, I don't care where you go. I don't. If you haven't noticed prices on the rise and skyrocketing, you're not paying attention. You're just not. You're just not. And, but as it relates to the restaurants, and there was a great piece on, I think it was the CBS Evening News the other night, about how restaurants are passing it on to consumers and that they're worried terribly that consumers aren't going to show up anymore. What are you going to do? Because listen to this, to the produce, and this is my story from this week. So, fresh vegetables have increased by 11.5% compared to a year ago. Tomatoes have spiked 39.7% since a year ago. The other day, I ordered a hoagie type sandwich, and the one I order has all the stuff on it, and the young man, and God love them, he's just just a worker and making the sandwich, and he said, "Do you want tomatoes?" And I said, "Yeah, why? Doesn't it come with it?" And he said, "Well, we have to ask now because tomatoes are so expensive." I never knew that. I mean, I knew they were expensive, but I never knew that's a thing now. He said, "Do you want tomatoes?" Of course I want tomatoes. I mean, but I didn't notice, I mean, the price didn't go up because I wanted tomatoes. I think it was the restaurant's way of saying they're trying to save a couple of bucks. If you don't necessarily want tomatoes, we don't want you to have them because we can't afford it either. And they can't. Yeah. So, unbelievable how expensive things are. Okay, hot dogs have risen 11% since last year. Now, getting to the fish and seafood, okay? That in restaurants, have I seen the prices on menus going up, way up. Yeah. Seafood and fish, are you kidding? And especially, they say frozen fish and seafood has gone up even more if you see that in the grocery aisle. But fish and seafood, the prices for those have gone up like you can't believe. Yeah. So, guess what's down? Because that flu thing is gone. Egg prices that the MAGA people cried their eyes out, and the little snowflake crybabies about egg prices under Joe Biden. Yeah. But it's interesting. I don't hear the radical right What does Trump call the radical left lunatics? I haven't heard and there are some radical left lunatics. I think a lot of the socialists are, but there a lot of radical right lunatics. I haven't heard them going on about this inflation. I know Trump says it's a hoax. That's a Democratic hoax. That's what he said all along. But no, it's not. You know that. We're not stupid. We know what's causing this. Trust me. Overall, grocery prices are up more than 18%. 18% since January of 2022. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'll tell you. And the whole thing under Biden, it was the end of the world. It was the end of the world. Yep. And now look where we are. I'm bringing this up because I had that tomato thing in my head. When that young man said, "Do you want tomatoes?" I was like, and I don't think I buy tomatoes at the supermarket, but I guess they're through the roof. Through the roof. I don't know how people are making it. I don't. I just don't. I just don't. I mean, the wealthy have no issues here. And, they could go on about gas prices starting to, fade down a little bit. Good, thank God. But, it's we're in this for a while. Come on. And, but look, I how do people make it? I don't know. And then some guy called last week and said, "Oh, they don't know how to spend and they don't know how to do this and do that." That's hard. I get it. You're a good thrift guy and this and that, and more power to you. But that's not the point. This is a tough deal. It really is. I had a board meeting last night for Fishes and Loaves, which does Meals on Wheels and. Meals on Wheels, and it's a food pantry. And, the two-pronged thing here is, the people who can't afford gas prices, can't afford grocery prices, more and more and more and more are at the door. And B, a tiny nonprofit like Fishes and Loaves, inflation is crushing a tiny, small budget that's trying to help people in a food desert. These are difficult times, people. They really are. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of the radical right, what does Trump say, radical left lunatics? I know a lot of the radical right lunatics run around with Make America Great Again. I don't have a clue what has been made great again. Not a clue. It's been made miserable. It has been. He's got time to turn it around, I guess. Most unpopular president in American history. 70% unfavorable on the economy. And he, I get it. He says this is inflation and affordability is a Democratic hoax. He's said that over and over. Yes, indeed. Yep. He said the other day, what was that, 2 days ago? 2 days ago. He doesn't think about financial issues of the typical family. He doesn't. No, he does not. These are tough times. They really are. 866-391-1020. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
Now more than ever, we're the station you can trust for the information you need. KDKA.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
We've got some marvelous May savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, all natural pork baby back ribs are $3.88 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bags, $1.99 each. In the deli, Coons Fresh Chef salads are $6.99 each. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Turkey Hill ice cream, 46-ounce containers, 2 for $7.
Get in on those marvelous May savings at Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Hello, KDKA listeners. This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service. If you have any concerns about any trees on your property, call Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. We have an A-plus rating on the Better Business Bureau. To serve your needs best, we have an ISA-certified arborist on staff. We have 32 years experience, 412-884-TREE. We will be your best choice for tree work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Vitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Vitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, I'm going to move on to a different subject that has people also bent out of shape. Trump says he's giving it to charity. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Some columnists have called this the biggest shakedown in presidential history. In presidential history, the biggest. So you probably already know this, that Donald Trump is suing the IRS. And he wants the IRS, meaning the American people, to pay him at least $10 billion in damages because he was embarrassed when his tax returns leaked out in 2020. So Trump has pretty much ordered his appointees at federal agencies to speedily give him that $10 billion. That would double his wealth. We think he has $6 billion, but he has. Oh, and that, remember that remember that old thing about Hunter Biden and the right-wing radical lunatics kept crying and stomping about Hunter Biden went on the trip with his dad to China, and there was never any real documentation that he got that $1.2 billion. But Eric Trump is with his dad on China, and of course they're going on that, oh, he's just there as support and the family's there, blah, blah. Well, that was the same thing with Biden. But it's so the double standards are so glaring. It's just, you know, and people think the average American forgot about what the radical right lunatics have said about Hunter Biden, and there was never any evidence he got that $1.2 billion. He probably got something, I don't know what, and then they kept going on about the wealth that Obama and Biden got. But they don't talk about the Trump stuff. This is so fun. I mean, this is kind of fun, isn't it? Come on. This is very fun. All right, anyway, back to this IRS business. So Trump oversees the agencies who are supposed to settle with him. You got it? This is why people are going crazy about this thing. And it's he's suing an agency he oversees. He's the president of the United States. Do you understand? He was asked on NBC News about the link between the IRS lawsuit and his cabinet members who report to the president of the United States, who's cabinet members who are supposed to settle with him and give him the money. It's you know, this is hilarious. If it wasn't so sad. And, you know, and he said, and he was asked directly about it. I'm not making this up. He was asked directly about it. His quote is, "What I would do, tell them to pay me. Tell them to pay me." Now, first of all, before I get more into the weeds on this thing, can you imagine whatsoever that Joe Biden would say such a thing? Can you imagine that? What I would do, tell them to pay me. Tell them to pay me. I can't believe it. I don't know. Wow. Trump issued an executive order that binds all government lawyers to the president's interpretation of the law. It was reported. Yes, indeed. Yeah. The lawsuit is knee-deep in shameless switcheroos, according to a lot of the lawyers over on Capitol Hill. Uh-huh. So do you understand? A $10 billion settlement divided by 100 million taxpayers works out to about $100 per taxpayer, or $200 per couple. Are you willing to pay that? Do you want to pay that for it? Yeah. And the lawsuit is I mean, a judge is looking at it and so forth. But Trump has been clear. He wants them to pay him. He says he's giving it to charity, the $10 billion. That's what he said. He's on the record as saying it. Do you believe him? Do you believe him? He also claimed that, I mean, I don't believe anything he says. I know that the radical right does. I don't. I don't know if you do. I certainly don't. I certainly do not. I don't believe him. Do you? 866-391-1020. He's the same guy that now they're going on about it has to be, $1 billion for security for the ballroom. That he and his buddies were paying for the whole thing. That's what he said. And now I don't know. Now they're asking Congress for the money. They're asking you for the money. Are you willing to pay $100, 100 bananas to settle this $10 billion lawsuit, to give your tax money to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, $10 billion? Do you really believe he would give it to charity? I don't. Because he says things and then changes his mind, and then the Republicans who are in power don't challenge it. Let it go by. Just let it go by. Let it go by. It's crazy, isn't it? Totally crazy. Yeah, I think so. I do. I sure do. I don't, he's settling a lawsuit with the federal government, and he's in charge of the federal government. What kind of conflict of interest is that? A lot of people think if he does this and he takes the $10 billion and doesn't turn it immediately over to the American Cancer Society, any huge charities or small charities or whatever it might be, that this would be actionable. Yeah, as he'd be in trouble, but not now. Not now. Republicans are. I don't think they'd bother him with it. I don't. I'm almost hoping that he gets the $10 billion. I'm almost hoping he gets it. Almost hoping for political implications on my side. I think that would be pretty cool to see that the President of the United States is awarded $10 billion from a federal agency run by his cabinet and run by the people he's in charge of. It'd be something, wouldn't it? I think so. All right, news coming right up. CBS Radio News, and then I'll pick it up from there. 866-391-1020.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. Supreme Court upholds access to mifepristone for now
According to CBS's Allison Keyes,
the High Court's decision means women seeking what's known as the abortion pill can continue to get it at pharmacies through the mail without an in-person visit to a doctor. The drug is the most common method of abortion 4 years after the court overturned Roe v. Wade.
A small plane crashed into an Ohio home this afternoon, killing both people in the plane. District Chief Sergi Lash with the Akron Fire Department says no one in the home was hurt, but
they will check out the structural integrity and they will see. Right now we're not sure, but there is quite a bit of damage.
At a banquet in Beijing hosted by China's President Xi Jinping, President Trump commented,
"We had extremely positive and productive conversations and meetings today."
Chinese state media report that President Xi had stern words for President Trump on Taiwan. CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. Savings every day. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Pirates take on their Keystone State rivals, the Philadelphia Phillies, Saturday, May 16th at 4:05 p.m. Make sure to head down to the North Shore early for a pregame block party on Federal Street, presented by Mike's Beer Bar. You don't want to miss this classic Saturday matchup between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Philadelphia Phillies at PNC Park. Get your tickets and learn more at pirates.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Under a partly cloudy sky tonight, we'll get down to 41 for an overnight low. Now, tomorrow we'll have intervals of clouds and sunshine. Tomorrow's high around 66. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow night, down to 48 for an overnight low. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh, Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
How about that lead story from CBS Radio News? I think a lot of people are talking about that tonight. It's interesting. And the only 2 dissenters were Alito and Thomas. This is about the Supreme Court decision which came down tonight. And it's interesting, since Roe v. Wade was overturned, the abortion rate has increased. Didn't anti-abortion folks think that since Roe v. Wade was overturned, which pushed it back to the states, that there would be fewer abortions? No, it's not true. So this is the court that overturned Roe v. Wade, which was the national access to abortion, blah, blah. So tonight it was decided in the majority opinion of the Supreme Court to keep the status quo in place for medication abortion. And this is a difficult issue for people. I know that. I get it. But this is an incredible deal. It really, really is. There's no doubt about it. And the High Court's order, the Supreme Court's order, means the abortion pill, mifepristone, will remain available nationwide via telehealth. Okay? Yeah. This is pretty fascinating to me because of this Supreme Court. Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas dissented publicly and wrote about their dissents. Alito, who's ultra-conservative, railed at his fellow justices, calling the order unreasoned and remarkable. What is at stake is the perception of a scheme, he said, to undermine our decision in Dobbs, meaning Roe v. Wade, referring to the majority opinion that he authored that overturned Roe v. Wade. Dobbs restored the right of each state to decide how to regulate abortions within its borders. So there you have it. So isn't it, it's a fascinating decision given Roe v. Wade was struck down, but they keep a nationwide telehealth medical abortion thing intact. I mean, I'm just stating the facts here. Don't you find that to be fascinating? Don't you find that to be fascinating? Yeah, it's unbelievable. I just think it's amazing. I really, really do. It's incredible to me. And it just came down tonight. There'll be a lot of people talking about this. Don't kid yourself. And it also means this decision by the Supreme Court also means that mifepristone, the abortion pill, can continue to be available by mail without an in-person appointment with a clinician. Am I crazy, or doesn't that sort of restore nationwide abortion rights? Or am I just not getting this? Am I too dumb to understand this? I don't know. Fascinating stuff. It really is. Really, really, really fascinating. In asking the Supreme Court not to intervene, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Merrill, a Republican, wrote in court papers that even though abortion is almost totally banned in the state, up to 1,000 abortions a month are taking place because of mifepristone's pills being mailed to women there, even though abortion's pretty much illegal there. The Attorney General from Louisiana, Merrill, bashed the court's ruling tonight in a statement. Quote unquote, "It is shocking that the Supreme Court would back this common sense return to medically ethical practices and oversight. We will keep fighting." Aaron Hawley, who's an attorney for the Alliance Defending Freedom, which is litigating the case alongside the state of Louisiana, said in a statement Thursday's ruling, It's high time the Biden FDA be held accountable for the destruction it has caused with the high-risk drug. Now, I'm just throwing out these reactions. Do you understand? I'm not taking a side here just yet. Okay? Mifepristone is used as part of a 2-drug FDA-approved regimen. That's now the most common form of abortion in the United States. It's also used in miscarriage care. So Danco, which makes Mifeprex, the brand name version of Mifepristone, said in a statement that it, quote, is pleased that a safe and effective drug Americans depend on will continue to be available while this litigation proceeds. Evan Massengill, CEO of GenBio Pro, which markets the generic version of the pill, said the company is committed to providing our evidence-based essential medication to all who need it. Yeah. Wow. Pretty interesting stuff, isn't it? Really is. All right, I'm going to take my break. 866-391-1020. If you haven't called yet today here, you're welcome to call me. I guess we got some new rules. And I guess if you called once today, that's what they kind of want to restrict the same folks calling. I guess that's okay. So the producer will make that decision, okay? 866-391-1020. You want to talk about, call in about any of the topics we've had here tonight.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Pittsburgh, we've got a problem. Home care is in crisis and there aren't enough caregivers to meet the demand. So if you've got a loved one with Medicaid and needs care, don't wait. Freedom Care was built for this moment. We help you get care at home from someone you already trust. A family member or friend who can get paid to help with everyday needs like meals, medication, bathing, and mobility. If you have Medicaid, it's 100% free to you. No waiting lists. Just real care from your people right now. Freedom Care handles it all. Training, payroll, and support. So you can stay safe and comfortable at home, and your caregiver gets paid after every shift guaranteed. With 97% satisfaction and over 150 million hours of care delivered, Pittsburgh families are already making the switch to care at home. Take care of your own and get paid with Freedom Care. Call 412-844-5990. That's 412-844-5990. Call now, 412-844-5990. 412-844-5990.
Freedom Care, we're here for you.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Julian Gray
Gray Associates has the most certified elder law attorneys of any law firm in the nation, right here in Pittsburgh. They also have experienced social workers so that you can prepare a plan to age with dignity that you can afford. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out this deal about mifepristone. Doesn't that seem? Am I missing something here? Am I totally missing something? I don't know what I'm missing. The Supreme Court strikes down Roe v. Wade, right? And throws it back to the states. Maybe I'm too dense to get this. Throws it back to the states. And so several states pretty much make the tightest abortion laws they can, restricting choice and abortion opportunities, and people have to cross the different states. But tonight, the Supreme Court comes out with a decision, 7-2, allowing the abortion pill to remain available nationwide by mail. So what am I not discerning? What am I not understanding? Doesn't this sort of, in some respect, bring about, I don't want to get into the abortion, argument and all of that. I kind of don't want to do that. But doesn't this bring in to respect all this, in some respects, making this a national abortion availability deal with mifepristone? I mean, and I think that people who are anti-abortion are going to say that. And here, this decision tonight was 7-2. It's really fascinating. I don't know. This thing is fascinating to me. It really, really is. Without question, fascinating to me. It really is. Wow. So, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. 866-391-1020. If you've never called me before, give me a call. If you haven't, if you have an opinion on this, I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear it. Isn't this a major victory for abortion rights, the abortion rights side? Isn't it? Well, if you listen to Alito's dissent, he lays that right out, doesn't he? He says, isn't this an attack on their Dobbs decision overturning Roe v. Wade? So I suspect so. I do. And the other thing I'd love to hear from you is on the IRS suit. That's blowing my mind. It really, really is. That Donald Trump is suing the Internal Revenue, the IRS. I mean, a judge is involved and sees some issues within this deal. But Trump has said in so many words he wants his people to pay him $10 billion in damages because he was harassed by the IRS when his tax returns leaked out in 2020. He sued them. He wanted $10 billion. So now he's telling his people, give the $10 billion. I just can't. I just can't. I don't know. Wow. So, and it's being reported that he's ordered his bosses, but his, lower bosses below him, cabinet people, directors, and everybody else to pay up. He wants the $10 billion. And so, and you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for this $10 billion to give to Donald Trump. I can't believe it. I just find that to be fascinating. I really, really do. I do. I mean, this is unbelievable. It really is. So I don't know. It's been reported he issued an executive order that binds all government lawyers to the president's interpretation of the law. His interpretation of the law. You understand that? Wow. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? And there would be an ethics problem with the self-serving deal because Attorney General Pam Bondi fired the Justice Department's chief ethics watchdog before Trump fired her. They all, wow. Wow. Did anybody, by the way, watch the subcommittee meeting today regarding Kash Patel? And I mean, that was something, wasn't it? I mean, that he was confronted about his alleged drinking problems, And then today it was reported, and this guy just gets better and better. And I'm going to predict, I told you that Pam Bondi would be fired. I'm going to predict that people can't take him anymore either. I'm going to predict that. Trump's going to have enough of him. Trump doesn't even drink. He doesn't. And so the latest deal with him is when he was in, he went to Hawaii. All right, he went to Hawaii, Kash Patel. The FBI took pains, video and still shots, all the rest, to make sure people saw the director was not on vacation, but highlighting his walking tour of the Bureau's Honolulu field office and meetings with local law enforcement. Left out of all of that, discovered today, reported widely today, was an exclusive excursion that Patel took days later when he participated in what government officials described as a VIP snorkel around the USS Arizona and an ongoing coordinated by the military and an outing. Of course, the USS Arizona is the sunken battleship that entombs more than 900 sailors and Marines at Pearl Harbor. Yeah. The swim, the snorkel, revealed in government emails obtained by the Associated Press, comes to light amid criticism of Patel's use of an FBI plane and his global travels, which have blurred professional responsibilities with leisure activities. The FBI did not disclose the snorkeling session or that Patel had returned to Hawaii for 2 days after his initial stopover on the island. It fits a pattern, Steve Young of the Justice Connection says, it fits a pattern of Director Patel getting tangled up in unseemly distractions, this time at a site commemorating the second deadliest attack in U.S. history, instead of staying laser-focused on keeping Americans safe. So says Stacey Young, who founded Justice Connection. This is kind of one thing after another with this guy, isn't it? So he's on a government trip. He's on a government trip, FBI trip. And he's going swimming and taking deep dives and snorkeling. That's the allegation. But earlier in the week, I had a good time watching that public hearing on the Hill. That Senate hearing. That was fun. That was pretty interesting, wasn't it? On all these allegations that he's drunk or that he has a drinking problem. And he kept trying to turn the tables. I forget the senator's name, who wanted him to take a test to show whether or not he has a drinking problem. And he says, I'll take it if you take it. He wanted to deflect attention. I think in alcoholism, they a lot of that deflecting away, and I don't know if he's an alcoholic, but I'm just saying, this is public knowledge that all that deflecting away is called denial, DENIAL. Is it? I don't know. But I think the media is going to continue. The media they are digging and digging and digging about Kash Patel, that he's erratic, that the allegations that were brought up at that hearing that they had trouble getting a hold of him, all of that. All of it. Pretty interesting, isn't it? You think he's got a problem? I think he's probably the next to go. I just do. I can't, I think, even Trump can take so much. I mean, he's allowed to do whatever he wants, but, maybe I'm wrong. But there will be continued investigations in the media about him. All right, news coming up, 866-391-1020.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Hey, want to do dinner with us tonight?
I don't know. The kids just left. I think we're just going to stay in tonight.
Oh, come on. Don't miss out again.
Miss out on what?
Catching up with friends. The sounds of winning. Celebrations. Endless laughs. And memories they'll never forget. Don't just hear about the fun. Time moves fast, so go have it. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
News on the hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Michael Toscano. As day 2 of the meetings between President Trump and Chinese President Xi wraps up, correspondent Weijia Jiang reports from Beijing that the U.S. war with Iran has been under discussion.
President Trump was asked about China's military support for Iran and the reported sale of components for missiles and drones used in the war.
He said he's not going to give military equipment. That's a big statement. He said that today. That's a big statement. He said that strongly.
Trump will head home to Washington in about 5 hours. The Supreme Court has preserved women's access to the abortion pill mifepristone for now. CBS News legal correspondent Jan Crawford reports the justices rejected a lower court's restrictions while a lawsuit is underway.
Drug companies asked the justices for an emergency order to put the lower court's ruling on hold while the litigation played out. They say the lower court ruling would cause upheaval and chaos, and that the drug is proven to be safe and effective. The abortion pill is the most common method of abortion, and around a quarter of prescriptions are by mail.
There's a change at the top of Customs and Border Patrol.
Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks has become the latest top Trump administration official to leave. In a farewell message to employees, he stated it is time to return home to Texas and focus on his family and his ranch. Banks also said, quote, "What we have accomplished together in the last year and a half is nothing short of amazing." He added that the employees have, quote, "delivered the most secure border this country has ever seen." Banks replaced Greg Bovino, who served in the position for just 7 months. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
6 migrants, including a 14-year-old boy, were found dead inside of a train boxcar Sunday in Laredo, Texas. Investigators say the train was coming from Long Beach, California, and the victims did not die in Laredo. But we have more from Laredo Police Chief Miguel Rodriguez.
Immediately after we recognized that this was a human smuggling situation, we contacted our partners from the Homeland Security Investigations. Our partners from Border Patrol were immediately arrived there, as well as our Customs and Border Protection officers.
There has been a deadly crash of a medical aircraft in the Southwest, as correspondent Jim Krasula tells us.
All 4 people aboard a medical aircraft have been killed in a crash near Capitan, New Mexico. The crash ignited a fire near the town that sits at the base of the Sierra Blanca Range in south central New Mexico. The plane had taken off from an airport in Roswell, New Mexico.
With a 3 under 67, defending champ Scottie Scheffler is part of a 7-way tie for the lead at the PGA Championship after the first round, the biggest logjam at the top since 1957. This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GO to borrow up to $10,000.
Graduation week at New York University has been marred by a swastika flag on campus.
The flag flying above one of NYU's buildings resembled the Israeli flag, but had large swastikas on either side of the Star of David. Students at a graduation celebration were upset.
It's just disgusting, actually, kind of repulsive.
It's hurtful. This is the time we celebrate. It's not the time to show hate.
The university is working with the NYPD to find out who raised the flag. A school spokesperson said, "We will not let hate and division find a foothold on our campus."
Students at NYU don't stand for that at all.
Michael Wallace, CBS News, New York.
Parents worried about excessive screen time in schools are lobbying educators to go back to pencils and paper. As one example, in Pennsylvania's Lower Merion School District, over 600 people signed a petition asking to preserve parents' ability to opt their kids out of digital devices, but they're getting pushback from school board members who say that's not feasible. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Get a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Save big and head to your local Toro dealer for this spring sales event on now. Groundbreaking savings on Toro Zero Turn, Stand On, and Walk Behind mowers. Stop in today to check out the great deals and amazing finance offers. For more information on spring sales event deals, visit your local Toro dealer. Penn Hills Rental at 11125 Frankstown Road or call 412-242-6777.
Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Patchy clouds for tonight, low 41. Intervals of clouds and sun and a high of 66 tomorrow. Then warmer Saturday with clouds and breaks of sun. There could be an afternoon thunderstorm with a high Saturday of 78. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We've covered so many topics tonight. Where to begin? 866-391-1020, but you pick whatever you want. It's okay. All right. Jake in Green Tree. Jake, good to hear from you.
Michael, how have you been?
I'm okay. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine. Doing much better these days after a couple of bouts. Getting over a few. It's just I don't know. I can't describe it.
Is it like what? You fatigued?
I think it's Trumpitis.
Oh, hey, I've had that for a long time.
Well,
believe me.
The conversation.
I had Trumpitis when Biden was president.
Well, they need to stop throwing that TDS stuff around. What is that? Trump derangement? He's the guy that he has the Obama and the Biden derangement.
Yes,
we know.
Totally. And it's funny. Everything Trump says, you can turn right around and point it in the other direction because what is. He thinks he's so clever, the left wing radicals when they're the right wing radicals. I mean, it's just everything. We can flip flop whatever we want. It's great, and he has Obama derangement syndrome. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, it's pathetic. It's the whole situation. It's just it's a nightmare. Hey, Michael, before I get to my topic, you need more airtime. You need to have more evenings.
Oh, that is so nice of you. Thank you. That's really nice.
No, seriously, I don't listen to Pratt much anymore because he's nothing but a lapdog for Trump.
No, Rob is a dear friend of mine, and some of my callers go on about that. But Rob's a nice man, and
I'm sure he is,
and I'm sure people think the same thing of me. But but just remember, Rob's a good guy. He's a good dude. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Well, I understand that. I know he's been there for 40 plus years, so he's doing something. He's doing something right. That's true. Hey, shout out to Craig in West Virginia.
Oh, sure.
I have a suggestion for him. Chris Moore retires, and KD runs nothing but pre-recorded programs on Sunday nights now. I think I heard maybe Brandon McGinley on one Sunday night. I'm not sure. But I think Craig should apply as that open spot for Sunday night.
Oh, that's interesting. Someone
I hope he's
texted me.
listening.
What's my guy in Cannonsburg? Ed in Cannonsburg texted the last couple Sundays that they were running reruns on Sunday. I didn't know that. I didn't realize
ridiculous.
that. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
They went from a great talk show artist, as I called Chris, extremely unbelievably talented, and now you run pre-recorded programs on the Sunday night time slot. You got to have somebody on there, Michael. Obviously,
and I don't know much. I don't know anything about that. My boss PJ is my main man. I love him, and I'm sure they're trying to figure that out. I don't know if that's forever.
Okay, all right. Getting back to left versus right. It gets tiresome when you hear people. I think the Dems get painted with a broad brush here and claiming that the party is nothing but radical left, and they mention people that are out there on the left like Bernie Sanders, maybe AOC. But the Dems have a great bench. Nobody ever talks about Andy Bashir. Although I did hear you bring up his name.
I talk about him a lot. I love him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Kelly, Senator Kelly from Arizona.
Yeah.
I
have no problem with Gavin Newsom. None. I like him a lot. I mean, I like him. I like him. I really do. I like Josh Shapiro too.
But exactly. With the Dems, no, they have a good bench. And another person you can keep in mind is John Ossoff, the senator from Georgia.
Absolutely. You know who else from the other senator from Georgia, the minister? I like him.
Oh, I can't think of his name. I know who you're referring to.
I'm going to get it.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Reverend
and
something.
by the way, are you aware that Pete Buttigieg, he's so smart and he's so good at debating. I don't know if you've caught his act, perhaps. Not that I watch Fox News, to be quite honest, but he's gone on Fox News many times.
He's on there a lot, and
he kicks their butt. He
does. He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
He's too good for them.
He's brilliant.
They try to what's the word here? Not embarrass him. They try to catch him off guard with a couple of their ridiculous.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. I'm just agreeing with you. By the way, the other senator is Raphael Warnock.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like him. But wait.
Right.
Since you said, and they can't stump him. But did you by any chance watch the guy that was confirmed, which I think is okay because the former Fed chairs staying on the board and they vote as a group to make decisions on interest rates, all that type of stuff. But the confirmation hearings, Elizabeth Warren, did you hear her talking to him? She went like this. And I was like, whoa, she's pretty impressive. I was never a big fan of her, but she's really bright. She said, okay, I forget the guy's name's Warsh, maybe something like that. She said, let's start with an easy one. Let's start with an easy one, a very simple one. Who won the 2020 election?
I saw that. Yeah,
wait, wasn't that? And I was like, "Whoa!" And he went like this, and he was like, he was like, "Senator, I'm that's politics." And she said it's a simple question: Who won, Trump or Biden? Which I thought was sometimes the simplest questions are the greatest questions. I mean,
they are. It's a sad fact, though. It's embarrassing to not answer that question. Are they so intimidated or afraid of Trump that he's going to? I'll give you an example. Maybe primary them to demean them. To get rid of them. I happened to catch Bill Maher's overtime show last week.
I love him.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
He has a segment called Overtime, and they had Fetterman on. And also a former, I didn't know he was a former congressman from Texas. His name is Dan Crenshaw.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't aware that he's a former because he voted with Trump 99% of the time.
Is he the guy with the eye patch?
Yes.
Yeah. I like him. Yeah.
And the 1% that he voted against Trump, would you believe Trump demonized him? He he endorsed his opponent, and Crenshaw lost. It's a sad fact
because 99% he supported him, and I'm sure he got death threats and everything else. This is what they do.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
This is what I call. This is a cult. This is what this is. Nothing but a cult.
This is what they do.
as Liz Cheney said at one point, someday it'll come to an end when Donald Trump moves on. So
yeah, and and when I was looking at him, the way he walks in China, not that I'm hoping I've never wished anything bad on somebody physically. I hope he stays healthy, but his gait, I never noticed that before. He's looking really old. He's coming up on 80. When you're 80, you're kind of slowing it down, don't you think so?
Yeah, and he's also kind of walking as he's hunched. I don't know if you've noticed this. He's kind of hunched over. He's got that curve.
He is. Yeah.
That's a bad. Posture-wise, that's a bad sign. But anyway, as I said, wanted to get back to the Dems again. Now, the Dems, they have a strong bench, and I think what they do is when they run these ads, I'm not sure. Andy Beshear's term is going to end. His term as governor ends next December of 27. He'll be done.
Well, he's term limited. I think. Yeah,
exactly. And I don't know if he's officially announced it yet, but I think he's made reference to it. But he would be my choice. I don't know about if he's the top dog, Michael. I don't think Shapiro would want to play second fiddle.
I don't think so either. But we have others. But I'll tell you that Andy Beshear, he could make some noise. There's no question about it. He's a really bright guy and a governor from the South,
and from a red state also.
I know.
I just wanted to mention the last time when they did a poll in Kentucky, his approval rating was about 62%. However, on the other side of the coin, for the Republicans, I think his approval rating was about 40. What did I read? 45 or 46% from Republicans.
Wow.
So he's doing something right. He's obviously doing a lot of things right in Kentucky, but he's my guy.
I think so too. I think you're right about that. I do. I really, Jake, I really like him. I do. No question about it.
But I'm just tired of them, them painting the Democrats as nothing but left, as Trump loves to do. The left wing radicals or whatever he refers to them as. So, but look what you got in control now, Michael. Look who's running the country now. The MAGA morons. They're radical right. So come on, give me a break.
Yeah, it's make America miserable again. I'm telling you, it really is. I'm telling you right
exactly.
now.
Right.
Wait, what's the other one? Morons are.
Oh, morons are governing America. MAGA. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
of?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Well, this is what you're looking
around.
at. So people,
I know.
The people need to stand up, fight back, wake up, and by the way, the redrawing of the maps. It's going to backfire. It's not going to work for them.
Oh,
Seriously.
I think you're right. Oh, listen. Let me address that just real quickly.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, Jake, what a great call. You're a bright guy. What a great call. I'm gonna tell you something, Jake. I think you're absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm just making observations, Michael. By the way, I'm a former Republican.
Are
I think
you?
I told you that before. Oh yeah.
I kind of am too a little bit. I'm out. Hey, Jake, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not worried about the redistricting at all. I'm just not.
No. It's gonna.
And I think some Democrats are nervous. Get Illinois, get New York, get this going. I think eventually they will. I do. I think they'll get. They probably have run out of time for this year. I'm not worried about that for the fall. I'm not.
You can redraw the maps and change the territories, but guess what? You can't stop people from going to the ballot box and voting. Seriously, you cannot stop the people from voting.
Nope, absolutely not. And I think young people more than anything this time around.
Well, let's hope so.
I think their time, their fantasy with Trump is over. I just do. After everything that happened last year in particular. Hey, Jake, great call. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
All right, take care, Michael. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, I'll be right back. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
Your source for official traffic information. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
Rick from Irwin suffered for 14 years with peripheral neuropathy from an autoimmune disorder. He was super skeptical when he came in. He had been going to doctor after doctor, and they told him there was nothing that could be done. After qualifying Rick for our program, utilizing our FDA-approved, most powerful equipment on the market today that's non-invasive, no surgeries, no drugs, we were able to get him almost 100%.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Rick. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for a free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
Why would a guy in financial services pick a fight with the financial industry? Because in many cases, the system they built works more for them than it does for you. Tune in for a new kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler. Now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. Savings every day. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
This Nurses Week, May 6th to the 12th, and National Hospital Week, May 10th to the 16th, we celebrate the incredible dedication of the team at Independence Health System. Around the clock, nurses and hospital employees bring skill, compassion, and resilience to every patient and family they serve, making our communities stronger. To every nurse, technician, caregiver, and support staff member working behind the scenes, thank you for your commitment, sacrifice, and humanity. We're grateful for you today and every day. Happy Nurses Week and Hospital Week from Independence Health System.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okie dokie. Coming down to it now, that's for sure. We put a ton of topics on the table here tonight, a ton. And, I love how we opened the show. The story about that Hazelwood kid, 18 years old, killed in Korea. Never came home until today. 76 years. Because DNA matched his niece last year. Those remains matched his niece, the DNA. And they finally brought him home. Yep, Buddy Carroll. Big day. Very big day. Okay, to the phones. Gary in Georgia. Gary, nice to hear from you, Gary.
Hello, Michael. Thank you.
You bet.
A couple things, if I may.
Yeah.
A couple things. First of all, I respect the abortion issue, but I think we have bigger fish to fry than that's going to go on for until the world ends.
I think you're right. I do.
We got bigger fish to fry. Our priority should be the rule of law, number one, and we're failing there. We're on the ropes. We're in big trouble, folks. We all know it. I mean, bigger than you even think. That's what I believe.
I'm not going to argue with you on that one.
I know you're not going to argue with me. I'm always right anyway. I don't really mean that. That's not who I am. I'm not self-righteous.
We know.
Okay, thank you. Secondly, if you don't mind me saying, I don't want to be hypocritical here. I have been saying for a year and a half that Andy Brashear is on the ticket. He'll probably be the nominee, and the other three involved are these three, and not necessarily would Governor Shapiro decline the VP selection. I'm not so sure of that. So it'll come down to these three. It'll come, in my opinion. And I could be wrong about it, but I would be these. Shapiro would be or the governor from Michigan, the lady, Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh, yeah, I like her.
Or John Ossoff. And I'm a big John, not because I live in Georgia, I'm a big John Ossoff fan. I've been talking about him for the last 6 months on the radio here. And, of course, Senator Warnock's involved, too. So I think it's those three: Warnock, Ossoff, or for Gretchen Whitmer, or the governor of Pennsylvania. But I really believe barring something to change really change with. He's destined to run for president. He delivers so very, very well. He's so honest, comes across as so honest and plain spoken, and delivers in a way that people understand.
I think you're absolutely right. He's authentic.
He's very authentic. I've met him once. I mean, I was like, I just shook.
What, at the racetrack? At the racetrack?
How'd you figure?
Well, how could I not figure that out?
Right.
You're always at the racetrack.
Well, not always.
I know,
Actually,
but you go there. You're in Kentucky a lot.
Well, yes, I am.
Was he there on an official business, or you just noticed him and say, "Hi, Governor"?
Well, you know what happened? You really want to know? I mean, I'll tell you exactly what happened. This other man that works for him is a racetrack. I mean, he loves the horses. So I'm in Kentucky, and through him, I met the governor. Just shake and tell him how much I admired him, and I hope he's the pick. And he didn't say anything. He's not going to say anything.
No.
He's very down to earth.
Yeah, he seems it.
I mean, he has all the qualities. I mean,
he's kind of a young guy too, right? What's his age? I wonder.
I know his age.
What is it?
39.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm not kidding. He's 39 years old. You know, Rob had asked me when I thought Rob a couple of weeks ago. I mentioned Ossoff and I mentioned Bashir. And
Andy Bashir is 48 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 40.
Oh, you know who's 39?
Who?
I'm sorry. Ossoff is 39.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Andy Bashir's 48. Yeah, okay.
Okay, but Ossoff is 39. That's who I was thinking about. I'm sorry, I mixed it up. So that's who I believe will be on the ticket. And, in closing, I hope voting will be enough in the next 2-3 years to come that we make this change where we can. It's going to be tough. Even if we get in there, it's going to be very, very tough because I really fear violence in our country.
I do too.
Down the road.
I'm sad, and that's a sad reality for me. It is very sad.
Do you feel that way too? That voting may not be enough.
I do, I'm not blaming one side or the other. I'm blaming both. I mean, listen, it's very, very scary. It really is. Gary, listen, I appreciate the call. Thanks so much, my friend. We'll talk again soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, I worry about that too. I do. I really, really do. Oh my, that's not what we want. Political violence. Violence has no place in our political system. I don't care how tough it is to get along with someone on the other side. It just does not. All right, breaking for news. Be back.
Friends, this is Rob Pratt, joined again by John Diagardi of Rome Monuments. John, we've talked a lot about how families should take some time to mourn before selecting a monument. So why do so many people still rush into it?
Well, we're hearing that some folks are under the false impression that they have to buy a monument right away, and even that they have to buy it directly from the cemetery if they want to make sure it will be protected.
And that's just not the case, right?
Not at all, Rob. Rome can design and install a memorial in any cemetery, and no matter which cemetery you choose, our total protection warranty will always remain in effect.
So basically, people should never be pressured into choosing a memorial right away and are never required to buy it from the cemetery.
That's right, Rob.
Thanks so much, John. And folks, you can learn more at romemonuments.com or visit one of their 9 area showrooms.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen. catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. The White House says President Trump and Chinese President Xi agree Iran should never have a nuclear weapon. More from CBS's Weijia Jiang in Beijing.
On the war in Iran, the White House said Xi agreed the Strait of Hormuz must remain open. China buys up to 90% of Iran's total oil exports.
The Supreme Court ruled a man maimed in a tractor-trailer crash could sue the broker who arranged the load. Loyola Law Professor Lori Levinson.
These large trucking companies cannot escape liability simply by reinventing themselves, be chameleon companies owned by people overseas when they really do have a very dangerous safety record.
Laredo, Texas Police Chief Miguel Rodriguez says a body was found along tracks used by a train found to contain 6 dead migrants.
Now we cannot confirm that we can connect that specific body that was found to the bodies in Laredo.
CBS News Brief. I'm Michael Toscano.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyers since 2015.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin, Chief Investment Officer of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been lucky in my life, and I'm grateful to the clients who've helped make our family-owned business a success. But like most of us, my beginnings were far from glamorous. Julie and I got married after I'd spent 3 years in college and 5 years in the Marine Corps. She worked full-time to support us both while I was finishing my degree. One day, we got caught in a major hailstorm. Hail the size of golf balls nearly destroyed our car. When the insurance check arrived, we used it to pay down Julie's student loans and drove that badly dented car around for 4 years. We didn't have much back then, but we had each other, and remembering those years makes me appreciate the blessings we have today. At Botkin Family Wealth Management, we're interested in hearing your story, because understanding your beginnings is an important part of appreciating what it took to get where you are today. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Pool days call for cookouts and lots of laundry. This Memorial Day at Lowe's, save $80 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill, now just $199. Plus, get up to 45% off select major appliances to keep dishes, clothes, and food fresh. Having fun in the sun is easy with us in your corner. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See associate or Lowe's.com for details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Under a partly cloudy sky, tonight we'll get down to 41 for an overnight low. Now tomorrow we'll have intervals of clouds and sunshine. Tomorrow's high around 66. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow night, down to 48 for an overnight low. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us tomorrow on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. The weekend is here. The Steelers' schedule is out. How do you get to France if you want to go? We'll tell you.
Okie dokie, Larry. Thanks so much. Listen, Larry, 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay, back to the phones. Bishop and Denora. Bishop, you're on KDKA.
And your experience asking me, I didn't call this week.
Oh,
Not at all.
wait. I missed the first beginning of that. Start that again.
Yeah, I take offense to your experience asking me, we got a new rule. How many times have you called this week? I haven't called none this week. I work, man.
I know. Listen. I guess, and don't blame her. I don't know. And
it was him.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. Don't. Yeah, everyone's yelling at the producers here tonight about this, but I don't know, and I wish I could answer it. I was kind of cold cocked by it myself. So everybody just chill out, and don't yell at Greg. Don't yell at Greg, and don't yell at Margot. People were yelling at Margot before too, so I apologize about the confusion.
I like Margot. I wish Margot.
I know, and I love Greg too.
One of the ones that would have Sunday nights, but we're trying. But let me get to my point here.
Yeah, we're trying to get to this new reality ourselves. So go ahead.
Yeah. Now, as much as I love Mayor O'Connor, now he's going to have to take ownership of that. Well, that Market Square thing is still not folding out the way people hoping it is. I mean, that shooting, that gets me worried, that shooting down there at Market Square the other night. I mean, it was like, huh?
Oh, that shooting was
cameras. They should have cameras. When the draft was in town, I know they got cameras everywhere down there. And they haven't been able to apprehend the suspect or suspects in the shooting down there in Market Square. Now, we are rooting for Corey. Now, don't get me wrong now. We're rooting for him. All right? But that's got to be resolved.
I think all that downtown stuff needs to be resolved.
Right, and we agree with the curfew. I don't care what nobody said. That curfew needs to be strong and make sure that it is enforced. Because the kids are running amok. Even down the waterfront, they're having problems. The hotels is having problems. Something has to be done. But now let me get – my other point is this. I don't care what they say about this war is really costing the American people. And the irresponsibility of this administration, even to the fact that I don't care about the American citizens' finances. What kind of nonsense is that? Now, that is so heartless. The Democrats are going to have to put in a good playbook. I think it's going to be, they have a deep bench from Kelly to what's his name out there in California, Newsom, to Governor Moore. Don't sleep on him now. Governor Shapiro. I don't think the Southern I don't think they have too much. Well, Ossoff, I don't think Reverend Warnock it will be ready for it, in my opinion. He could be. But I think it's either going to be Josh Shapiro and Wes Moore. But I don't discount, and I met Governor Beshear. I think Governor Beshear is very good. But here's what you got to have, Brother Bartley. You got to have somebody who's going to carry a state. And I don't think Kentucky is ready to carry Andy into like a vice president or presidency to carry that state. What do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. Why do you say that?
Well, I got a lot of relatives down in Kentucky, and Kentucky is still somewhat of it's definitely red. But they like Governor Beshear, but they will vote mostly Republican. My thing, and by the way, I'm hoping McGrath will win that Senate seat from McConnell. Actually, if you really want to know the truth, McConnell needs to be out there. Did you see his last?
When he fell?
Well, they had a Senate hearing. That man is, it's shameful. It's hurtful. It's sad to see a person that now, because of age and sickness and what have you, has encompassed and ravished his body, that he's not even a shell.
You talking about Mitch McConnell? You talking about Mitch McConnell?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, I felt bad with that video the other day when he fell in the corridor. You know, he has polio. And I don't, you know, at his age, I don't know. I know they love hanging on to power and everything else. But yeah, he has polio. Yes, he does. And he has
But I'm talking about even the speech or because of his sickness have ravaged his body so bad, he needs to retire. But he's not going to do it. It's just
no,
like
they
Trump.
won't. They won't retire. But I think he is. He's retiring.
You won't hear no outcry from Kentuckians, and that's the problem.
No, he's
Because
retiring.
You know
He
why?
is retiring. Mitch McConnell is retiring.
He's retiring, but he needs to go now. But you know why he won't go now? Because Andy Bashir can appoint a person to take his place.
I know.
His time is up in 28, I believe.
Hey, it's powerful.
But anyway,
it's powerful having a Democratic governor. Believe me.
Oh, for him. But I think that the Democrats going to have to win this election. You know, I'll close with this, Brother Barley. You know, gas is $4.99 down here.
Oh, I believe it. And then it came down a couple cents here today. It did, but I don't know. It's going to go up and down and up and down and up and down until, you know, I'm telling you. And there's no. The market's going to go up and down and up and down and up and down too. There's no. It's just it's so erratic right now with this war. I don't know, and I don't know what's going to happen.
It's definitely a war, but I'll close with this. Did you see what she told Trump? He told Trump pretty much don't get in the way with them far as Taiwan is concerned.
Yes, I kind of did, and I thought I wonder how that's going. What do you think?
Oh, you know it's going. I'll talk to you.
All right. Okay. Sounds good, Bishop. Thanks. All right. Now, don't be yelling at the producers. You understand? They're just doing their job. Okay. Now, oh, look who's on. Is this my man? Is this Roger? Is this my man, Farmer Roger?
What's up, boy? What's up, Mike?
What are you doing up so late?
Well, talking to you. I missed you on Sunday.
Wait,
I fell asleep.
no, I was here on Saturday, and I was supposed.
That was Saturday. Yeah, I fell asleep Saturday.
Wait, I know, and you were on hold, but I missed you because I wanted to ask you about the.
And I want to tell you, thanks a lot. Telling my mother on the radio, she heard that.
Oh, about happy birthday?
Yeah, 104.
Did she hear it?
Yes, she heard it.
All right, now
She said thank you.
You said there was going to be a big thing on Sunday at the farm out there in Creighton for your mother's 104th birthday. I want to hear about it.
Well, we put tents up. We put about 5 tents up, and didn't rain. It was a nice day.
Sunday was nice. It was a little chilly, but it was nice. Sunday was nice.
Yeah, a little chilly and stuff like that. And we had cabbage rolls. We had ravioli. I don't know what else. We had pig's feet. We had.
You love pig's feet. I never ate pig's feet. Go ahead.
We had and we had. I don't know what else we had.
Wait, is the pig's feet?
So many people and stuff like that.
Roger, when you eat pig's feet, when you're eating the pig's feet, do you pick it up and eat it?
Nope. I put it in the fire or a burner. We burn oil out here.
I know, but I'm asking you when you eat.
Like you got a gas stove.
Yeah.
I put it over there and I burn both sides and stuff like that. And I put water in there. And I put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. I put it in the freezer, and the next day it's dry, and you eat it that way.
I know, but wait a minute. You pick it up and eat it. You don't use a knife and fork to eat pig's feet, right?
If you want to, I use my hands.
Okay, that's what I'm asking you. And then when you use your hands, you're grabbing the meat like off the bone.
Just like corn, Mike.
Oh.
Just pick it up like corn.
Okay, but then you're eating the pig's feet meat so you can feel the pig's feet, the foot bones, right?
Yeah, there is a bone there. Yeah,
I know. All right. I just never ate it. Wait a minute. Then what happened at the party? Wait a minute. How were the cabbage rolls? Who made those? Your wife?
Yeah.
Were they good?
And she made stuffed peppers too.
Were they good?
Oh, I'll tell you, none kill you.
Wait, what'd you have for dessert? What'd you have for dessert?
But they had cake, ice cream, I don't know what they had, all kinds of stuff.
So wait, and then did your mother?
I can really, Ray Rockets.
Yeah.
Ray
Lady Locks. Lady Locks.
Yeah, Ray Rocks.
Lady Lockets. Lady Locks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I don't talk to English. We're Hungarian out here.
I know, that's good though. Oh, you guys make good desserts. That's why you make.
Right.
Wait, that's why you make good stuffed cabbage rolls, like stuffed cabbages.
Oh,
that's very good.
Yeah, that's in our territory. They say it's Italian. No, Hungarians made them.
I know. Is that your ground meat in the cabbage roll?
Oh well, yeah, everything. I eat what my wife makes.
Wait.
I don't argue with her.
Is your mother? She's 104. They sang happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
Is she?
She was crying.
Was she? Oh.
No, she was crying. She was so happy. She thought maybe I'd get through and talk to you, Mike. And,
wait a minute.
I think I maybe got her on the phone. I don't know.
What's her first name?
Patty.
Patty. Oh, happy birthday, Patty. I'm sorry I missed your party, but I'm coming out there when the corn's ready in July. No, August.
Well, it's coming up now.
I know.
And it's coming up. The Freeston bar me out here.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Last night was...
And the tomatoes came up. The tomatoes. You know what? I can't understand people yelling at me about the tomatoes. And I got nothing to do with the tomatoes. Why? I don't know why the tomatoes are going up. Why they're going up? I got no idea.
I don't think it's your tomatoes. I think it's the tomatoes from Mexico. With tariffs and gas prices and everything else, those tomatoes they're high like you can't believe. I told you earlier, I was talking about this earlier. I went to get a hoagie the other day, and the kid said behind the counter, he said, "Do you want tomatoes?" And I said, "Of course. Doesn't it come with tomatoes?" He said, "Yeah, but we have to ask now because they're so expensive." I said, "Do I have to pay extra?" And he said, "No, we just we're trying to conserve the tomatoes because they're so expensive for us."
Yeah, because I ain't got no tomatoes. I got milk out there and meat out there. I don't got no tomatoes out there yet.
I know.
I mean, they're not in the store yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, no, of course not. Of course not. No. I'm so glad Patty had a great day. Tell her happy birthday.
How about you?
It was wonderful. I had a wonderful week. It was good. I've been very busy with stuff, though,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so there you go. You know what I mean? All right, listen,
and
Roger.
The farm's running good. Everybody's good. The cows are happy. Everybody's happy.
Good.
The horses happy. The pigs are happy.
I'm so
the chickens
glad.
happy.
But they were cold today. Everybody was cold today, but it's going to be 90 next week,
Oh, boy. I don't know if I would take that.
I'm all right. I mean, I could take it for a little bit, and then, but July and August, I get a little bit sick of it. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll be all right.
When are you gonna be on next, Mike?
I'll be here Saturday 2 to 5, 2 o'clock. My regular Saturday 2 to 5, 2 to 5.
Maybe I'll try to get my mom talk. I don't know, Mike.
I want to talk to a 104-year-old woman. Do you hear me? Will she talk to me?
I don't know why not.
I want to talk to her about what she remembers.
I don't know.
I want to know why she's so healthy at 104. I want her to call. You hear me?
I'll try.
All right. Thanks, Rod. I got to run. Good luck on the farm.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Last couple thoughts coming up in the next segment. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA-radio.com.
Tickets are on sale now for the upcoming season of the Pittsburgh Speakers Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, with Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and acclaimed war photographer Lindsay Addario. For information and tickets, go to pittsburghspeakers.org. Sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case, and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-777-1979, 800-777-1979, or biglou.com.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
You know, it's highly unlikely that I would keep one guest on for 3 segments, but that was unavoidable at the beginning of this program. And I am so grateful to her for being my guest. I don't think she's talked to the media. I was the first. So, what a story that was. And I got so much reaction on that tonight. Yeah, an 18-year-old kid from Hazelwood. Yep, killed in 1950 in Korea. Corporal Buddy Carroll, they called him Buddy. Hazelwood, killed. His remains remained unidentified. He was listed as MIA. MIA. His parents died. His siblings died, his cousins died, his friends died, without ever having him come home. MIA. Last year, forensic DNA, there was a match with Buddy's niece. There was a match. Today, Corporal Buddy Carroll's remains landed at Pittsburgh International Airport. There was a military ceremony, a heart-wrenching one. There was a lot of emotion. His niece was there. The remains were transferred into a hearse, Kenai Funeral Home on Greenfield Avenue. Motorcycles from the Pittsburgh police force, tons of police, a long motorcade, a long, elaborate police escort. Good. Took his remains to Kenai Funeral Home. Calvary Cemetery, May 22nd, is the military funeral, full military funeral with honors. Full. Her voice, my voice cracked after her voice cracked. She said, if my mother saw what happened today, it would all be okay. Because her mother, Corporal Buddy Carroll's sister, spent her whole life wondering would her brother ever come home? Dead or alive? You just want them home. Dead or alive? We're all going to be dead someday, but dead or alive. 76 years later. 76 years later. Buddy Carroll finally came home. And then at in the 6:30, I asked her to stay on because I had a surprise for her. My buddy Joe, who handles those hometown hero banners, excuse me, in my neighborhood. And those hometown banners are wonderful. People pitched in, some of the organizations there, the printer, the Buddy Carroll's hometown banner will be put up. We think probably 2nd Avenue in Hazelwood. I think they're going to work that out. She was so tickled pink about that. She was just absolutely overwhelmed by that. Yep. What a story. You'll hear more about it because I'm going to go on about it a little bit more, probably on Memorial Day when I'm here. And I'm going to that memorial at Calvary Cemetery on the 22nd.